winner. We are going to start. We are going to be giving away just the singles this week because, of course, we have the ginormous LAN event coming up on Saturday where AC and I will be live casting from Cyberground. So we'll be giving away a ton of Magic cards. I won't tell you the exact number, but I will tell you that we will be trying to get rid of quite a few there. Not only to the live audience, but also on the air. So tell all your friends to come in there because the more people we have watching, the more people we have participating, the more packs we'll give away. So it's kind of one of those things where we're going to rely on you, the community, to try to help us out a little bit here and get everybody into the stream.
And that will be featured on Team Liquid as well. So we should have a good amount of viewership. We want to have you guys there, and especially all you guys that come out for like our betas and our alphas when our viewer count gets a little bit lower than we'd like it to be. Either way, we know you guys are dedicated. You come out, you hang out with us, you talk with us in the stream. So we definitely want to take care of you guys. So if you can, if you got time, come out and hang out with us. And we should be going live, sometime between 12 and 1 p.m. on Saturday, I would guess, Red Mage?
Yes, I believe sometime around there. I believe the start time is noon, 1 o'clock. So, yeah, we'll definitely sign up for that because we want to be able to present everything to you as quickly as we can, and you'll hopefully, if we get the camera working right this time, you'll be able to see not only AC and my smiling face, but you'll be able to see our totally awesome background.
Oh yeah,
for it, which is really, really kind of cool, and we definitely want to appreciate Max Integration for their donation of that fantastic traveling. I want to call it a monstrosity, but it's just too cool to be a monstrosity.
It's a backdrop.
A backdrop. But yeah, it is just wicked awesome.
Wicked awesome. It's wicked bad.
Wicked awesome. It's wicked bad.
See, anytime you say wicked, it makes me think of Carl again. Because his car, what is it on the car? It's too wicked.
It's too wicked.
Yeah, too wicked. It's like, oh yeah, just go ahead and smash my car. Don't worry about it. But anyway, we see Remix poking in with his Zerglings here, trying to get a gauge on exactly what he's going to see out of Meradox. Meradox has got the probe down there, and he's got some minerals banked. Gonna drop the Nexus, and he's actually going to let the Zerglings in. Not a big deal. Hey, catches one. Good. Hey, I'm proud of you. Well done there, Meradox, using that force field to cut that off. Well done. Going to prevent. There's nothing else to scout. But hey, either way, it's the principle of the matter, right? You don't want him in your base. Just not welcome. And Meradox taking the Nexus, not even going to have a Forge out front, so very ballsy move. I got to give it to him. Remix, on the other hand, did take his hatch first. The spawning pool came up second. Both Queens and now a Roach Warren on the way, so... And really, this is the risk you run in a ZVP at any level, really, and this has got to be on Remix's mind. If you see, even if it's a Forge Fast expand, but especially a Naked expand like this, where you're basically expanding and you're going to rely almost entirely on sentries to defend, at least in the early going here, if you just throw down a Roach Warren and save your larvae off of the injects and bank your minerals and then produce a lot of speedlings and a lot of roaches, you really can come in and crack this pretty easily unless the Protoss is right on top of his force field control.
Oh yeah, and that's really the big key factor there is how much control can you get. If you lack the control, you're really going to have a problem, especially with all the little Zerglings will be able to get out and around and possibly surround you. But we see tons and tons of Overlords just completely surrounding that base. It would be again be nice if you had a nice little Nidus network popping up there with all that vision. He could pretty much do multiple if he really wanted to be sneaky.
A Remix droning up back home, which is not a bad move really, but again, just the way I play, I like to punish people for things that they do. And again, just look how naked this expansion looks, Red Mage. He's got a Forge and Cannon, 4 sentries and a Zealot. That's not enough. Flat out, just not enough to defend this. Especially if Remix starts banking his larvae, now going up the lair tech. I guess, again, I can understand that to a point, and taking his third. So, yeah, we're not going to be seeing any pressure, at least in the midterm here. And the problem if you're a Zerg player and you do something like this, there are ways that you can abuse it still. Yeah, you can rush to Mutalisk and try to rely on the 6 Vespene geysers that you're going to have with that third base in production. The third and fourth Vespene geyser being taken right now, as well as the second back at home. You can rush to Mutalisk and rely on harassment, or you can just try to get up Infestors as quickly as you can. Infestors deal with just about everything except a Colossus. Then, of course, you transition to the Corruptors as soon as you see the Colossus on the field. But right now, you're taking this third. You feel very safe. You're droning up like a madman. 12 more drones now in production for Remix, so definitely droning up like a madman. But you hit this point where you're on a clock a little bit, where you're very liable to get caught in the middle of a tech switch right as your infestation pit finishes. It tends to be when you see a lot of attacks come out, because now the Protoss is free to throw down a robotics facility, free to take a Stargate if they want, or free to just tack on 6 more gateways and use that off of 2 bases and just put together this nasty 2-base timing push.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right about that, and that's going to help him out so much. In not only applying pressure, but also to try and poor Morodox. He's got all sorts of weird lag issues, and he's just trying to apologize that they're taking that away. But yeah, with all that, I kind of forget where I was going. With all of that pressure coming on and off, he's going to be able to throw off his opponent just enough for it. But
the infestation pit finishes.
Forget what I was saying.
So it's all right. Pathogen glands on the way now, plus the Zerg missile attack, so we're going to see some Roach Heavy play. One can only imagine whenever you couple that with the Glio reconstitution. Back at home for Meridox. Still waiting on that robotics facility to finish, and still functioning just off of 4 gateways. He's going to be going double robo. Wow, so he is going to be putting together... honestly, when you see double robo plus now, how many gateways? So he's going to be going double robo plus at least 6 gateways. Yeah, as soon as he drops this... really, at this point, you cannot support this indefinitely, even as you continue to macro up and get your probes and your gas, etc. Anytime I see something like a double robo plus 6 gateway, it's basically an all-in push you're going to see. He's going to mine this base, these 2 bases, all to hell, and then push out. At least that's what he should be doing. If he takes a Nexus in the middle of this, I'm just going to be baffled. But he's extremely high on minerals right now. Has not been producing as he should be, floating 1,000 minerals, but that's nothing compared to the trust fund in the bank right now for Remix. 2,000 minerals in the bank, and it seems like he just can't spend it fast enough.
Yeah, I think he's trying to rely on the Hydralisk or the mutas that are going to be popping out momentarily, but he just doesn't have enough gas to really warrant all that money to just go down the drain. He's got to build a macro hatch or expand or do something. I'd probably say macro hatch would probably be about his best bet.
Right.
There in the main or something, but he's doing okay spreading the creep. He has yet to unite his main and his natural base. There's a lot of room to cover there, but he's starting to spread out a little bit out through that choke, get a little bit more vision, and those overlords are doing an absolute Amish search party. Going out looking for absolutely... It's called an Amish search party. You never heard that expression?
No. What's an Amish search party? It's
when you actually stand arm in arm and you walk through a field looking for something.
Oh, okay. I've heard of that technique. Yeah.
Yep.
No, but Amish search party, very nice. Like when you say Amish search party, I just picture like okay, you played WoW at some point, right? You know the little jalopy helicopters that the dwarves have.
Yeah.
And like whenever you say Amish search party, I just picture like a jalopy helicopter like that with Amish people in it looking out over the countryside.
Oh man, I actually used to have a lot of my relatives are actually like just off of Amish.
Oh, okay.
And so I actually used to have this great bumper sticker on my car that used to say "Born to Raise Barns."
That's pretty cool, actually.
that is actually a lot of fun. If you really have some time and you're up in northern Pennsylvania or even in Indiana, where there's a lot of Amish, you could actually go and help them raise a barn in a day, and it is actually a whole lot of fun. I never thought that it would be as much fun as it is, but building a barn in 8 or 9 hours. From scratch is absolutely a hoot and a holler,
right?
For it. So if you're into like historical or kind of helping hand kind of things, that's a whole lot of fun to do. So if you're in the Pennsylvania area and you can talk to the Amish.
All right,
Meridox
Meridox going to scout this hidden hatchery here just before the hallucinated Phoenix dies. I'm not sure why both players are so economically focused right now. I mean, I know that sounds weird to say. But look at the minerals. Like, example, like Remix is floating 2,000 minerals. Why is he taking another hatch? He already can't spend the money that he has. And this is going to be way out of the way in terms of rally points for units. If you want more larva, fine. Plant a hatch, like right cha, or somewhere like right cha, or something like that. But and same thing on a Meridox. He's putting together this. He's obviously rushing to the supply cap. That's the whole plan. He's going to be putting together a kitchen sink mix here of Colossi, Sentries, Zealots, and Stalkers, and Dark Templar and a Nidus Network on the main.
Nidus Network. Yes.
So the Hive Tech, and again, I think this is just one of those things where it's like, ooh, he's leaving me alone. I can sit back and macro. Oh no, what do I build? because you're used to just being like, build stalkers, build zealots, that kind of thing. But both players diversifying a little bit too much. The portfolio going to be a little too thick. I think, a jack-of-all-trades approach, going to have a little bit of everything but not enough of what you need, might be the result. But in fairness, Remix isn't really doing that. He's just got the tech up for everything. He's got the tech up for Infestors and the tech up for Mutalisks as well, where you have to see a single Mute on the field. So, anyway, doesn't really matter.
Starting to pop right now behind the gas shield there in the main. He's going to be able to come out, and it's kind of going to be diverted there by all those pylons. So, but he's going to come out.
And Meradox is moving across the map, so he's going to be infinitely out of position. He's going to be able to snipe all these pylons. Unload, unload your roaches.
He did. He unloaded them right back into the choke point there. He's looking to take on the thing head on. No, he should force the base trade.
Yeah, one would think. Here we go. He's going to engage. The roaches rush in very fast on creep. They're able to get a good surround. The Corruptors going to work on the Colossus. The Colossus only so much health. More fungal growths going off now, catching the heart of the Colossus ball. Down to just one Colossus, but the roach count just evaporating in front of Remix's eyes. Meradox looks like he's going to be able to push here and hold this quite well. It's all going to come down to the macro capability of Remix as to if he's going to be able to push this back enough to secure himself a little bit of room to breathe. 14 more roaches on the way, and it looks like Meradox is going to be turned away, at least temporarily. But another push definitely going to be coming in the very, very near future. Even in that situation, Red Mage, that wouldn't have been a base trade. Because if you're engaging at the front of the creep, that's one thing. If your opponent's in the middle of your production facilities immediately, which is what would... And that Nidus Canal, by the way, is still there. I just want to point that out. It's still hanging out.
Still hasn't moved yet. And, what's bad is, like, in the middle of all this, when he pulled back, he should have immediately rallied all those units right into that Nidus network, popped into the Nidus network, popped up in the main base. It would draw the entire army out. Right. You do a little damage and pour right back out.
No, exactly.
The other way.
And that's what I'm saying. It would not have been a base trade. All they had to do was go in and do damage, and as soon as he saw the Colossus ball pushing onto the creep, just run back through. And yes, that's not the optimal way to engage, but more than likely what Meradox is going to have to do is run back home and defend that. You can't just ignore the fact that you've got roaches in your friggin' main base. And
he can see the Nidus. He can see the Nidus work.
Well, he can see the creep, most certainly.
Yeah, you can see everything going on.
All right, there we go. Zergling's going to pour out. They're going to go work immediately here on the pylons. Pylons not powering too terribly much, but the supply really going to matter here. The Colossus being pulled back, though. And again, this is a bit of a waste. I mean, he's going to do some damage, but now the Colossus are going to clean this up. What's he going to do? Run down? He's going to see the Dark Shrine. That's important in its own right. But he already had an Overseer on the way anyway, so not the biggest deal in the world. But now, it's going to be obvious the Nidus Network's there. He's going to lose the Nidus Network. He's going to lose his opportunity to do a lot of damage. Trying to target down the Robotics Bay. Doesn't look like it's going to matter. Plenty of Stalkers and Colossi there in order to deal with that. But if there is any benefit to such a weak little attack, it did draw the main army completely back home for relatively little cost, even though he did little damage. It's given him time to get up on Broodlords. 5 Broodlords on the way right now.
Oh, yeah, and that's going to really help him out. Now he's got that other Overlord down there in the natural. He can pop another Nidus Network and cancel it and just draw that army in. He can just start dropping Nidus Networks everywhere, drawing that army wherever he needed it to, and kind of playing it like a fiddle. And that would be the absolute best thing for him to do. He could also move this down, go into that third, really throw that army out.
Oh, he could probably snipe this Nexus. Nope, he's going to be forced to engage, so the Stalker's out in front. 2 Colossi, that's not even a quarter. That's actually half of the Colossi he does have on the map. I thought he had 6, instead he has 4. Fungal growths going off on the front of these Stalkers. The Corruptors going to work on the Colossi while the Broodlords rain death down in the form of their little children from a distance, but looks like Meradox just going to have way too much, and I don't know why Remix chose this moment to engage. I understood if he wanted to run up and to try and snipe down the Nexus. The Nexus still stands without taking a single point of damage, though, and Remix is really coming out on the worst end of these trades.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's the blink underneath the Broodlords. Terrible control there by Remix. Allows the Broods to get way too far out in front. Meradox abuses that with the blink. Takes down 4 of the 5. Now he can blink back and rely on the fire from the 6 Colossi to push back any further Broodlords and hopefully push back this Roach Ball. And Meradox looking very strong, exercising some great control and some great instinct, I would say, I continue to push up. Now the DTs are warped in as well. Here come 4 all the way down. There is an Overseer in position, though, so he's going to lose all of those. A lot of wasted minerals and gas. Doesn't matter, though. The Colossi count so huge. 6 of them raining down lasers over top of the backs of these Stalkers. The Stalkers providing the perfect meat shield against these Zerglings and these Roaches. And I'm going to say this is going to be our GG moment, Red Mage. Remix down to 77 supply against the 159 of his opponent. And there's the GG. So Remix going to go down 0-1 as Meradox prevails in Game 1 of our finals of our IG Beta Divisional number 9, brought to you by itsgosu.com.
Absolutely right about that, AC. Go to itsgosu.com, see everything we got to offer there. You know, not just the Beta Divisional tournaments. Tomorrow we got the Alpha, then the Omega on Wednesday, and then, of course, our LAN event on Saturday, which is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Cannot wait for that. AC and I hanging out at CyberGround, one of our lead sponsors there, and they're always such a great bunch of guys there. We get to have some tip-based tacos, hang out a little bit. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. So if you're in the Northern Virginia, DC area, definitely come by, hang out with us. It's always a lot of fun. We always tend to hang out and you know, talk some StarCraft, hang out with everybody that's there, and you get to meet some of the top tier players around. You know, such players like Lucky Fool, Avilo, Revolution, and of course, you know, our great staff. You know, Mr. Mini-Me, myself, AC.
Right.
Voss, unfortunately, is in the Northeast, so you won't get a chance to meet Voss, which is horrible because we all really need to meet Voss because he's just such a great guy for helping us out time in and time out.
Have you seen the new? Just got linked to the stream, by the way. Have you seen the new artwork done for us by Tally?
I have not seen it yet.
All right, I'm gonna pop it up on the stream here. But yeah, go ahead and check the stream chat there as soon as you get a chance, Red Mage. Oh, this is so sexy. Although I got to admit, I'm a little curious. I'm a little bit curious. I'm down with it. I can handle it. But there was a certain choice made regarding this. Certain choice made regarding the art style here. And I think everyone who's familiar with our stream is going to know. Let me go to a blank scene here. Nope, wrong scene. Let's go to, there's my kitty from last night. So we'll get rid of that. And we'll go ahead and add this in. But it's really quite baller. I gotta say, very awesome from Tally, and yet some more fan art for us. And but the question is, why is it Nova on my side? Not that I have a problem with Nova. I have no issue with Nova. I'm just a little curious because, you know, the debate's the Banshee, man. The Banshee's my chick.
Although Nova is just, we need you to accept your invite there, big guy.
Already on it, my friend.
You are the man.
My friend. But yeah, baller artwork. But again, Tally, I gotta ask, man, why Nova? Why Nova?
Nova is sexy, yes she is. You know, but yeah, that's gonna be. Wow, that is pretty cool. I definitely like the little etching there. I definitely like the smoke over the medic because she is smoking hot.
Yeah, that's actually her. That's her smoking the shake that her and her deadbeat boyfriend buy off of the minorities that hang out behind the diner where she works because she's a med school dropout.
A med school dropout. But we're gonna be going into MLG Shakur's Plateau remix.
Tally. Go ahead, buddy. I'm sorry. Yeah, well, we're going to jump into the game. Tally, don't apologize, buddy. I'm just playing with you. I love it. You have nothing to apologize for. Nova is the second hottest behind the Banshee. I wish you would dye her hair red, though. Okay, now here, let's check your StarCraft acumen here, folks in the stream, and you too, Red Mage. Actually, I take it back. You actually got to play. You got to play the original. The original. What was the StarCraft first-person shooter?
That was StarCraft Ghost. I actually did get a chance to play I'm one of the few that actually ever got to play StarCraft Ghost, the multiplayer version.
Yeah, see, StarCraft Ghost, and few will remember this, but whenever it was first announced and for like the first probably 6 months of its production cycle, Nova was a redhead. And Nova was so hot as a redhead. Then they made her just another dumb blonde. You know, and it's just...
yeah, they did that because they did not want her to clash with Kerrigan.
And I understand that, but still, Nova was hotter as a redhead. She just was. Actually, I'm not going to lie, man. I think brunettes are the hottest, in general. And you can just tell by looking at the Banshee she's a brunette. You can just tell.
You can just tell she's a brunette.
You can. Can you imagine?
I would definitely picture her as a brunette, where she'd have that little rough and tumble Michelle Rodriguez from Avatar kind of feel to her.
From Avatar, of all the awesome stuff Michelle Rodriguez has been in, you pick Avatar.
Well, you know, it's just the only one where she was a pilot. So
fair
that was
enough.
the only thing.
You know,
so
actually,
that was the only thing I could think of.
That's very fair. That's a very fair assessment. I'm an asshole. You are correct.
Because she was a baller pilot in that movie. So she was very, very cool in that movie.
You know, I've never seen Avatar all the way through yet.
It's weird. I'm not a James Cameron fan, but I liked
either.
Avatar. I liked the whole Avatar thing. You know, my roommates hate it because they hate Avatar as much as I hate Apple computers or Apple in general.
No, dude, I'm right there with you. I didn't know you hated Apple. Sweet, no wonder we're bromanceurs. No wonder I love you so much.
Oh no,
I hate Apple so much.
Yeah, Keith had to get he wanted to get a new Apple what do you call the stupid little MP3 players that they have? And I told him that he better get a real man's MP3 player and get a Zune.
Yes, Zunes are much better, man. No lie. My business partner formerly, he used to be the biggest Zune guy in the world, and finally I was like, dude, let me borrow it for a day just to play with it. And he was like, yeah, that's fine so long as you buy one. I lied. I didn't go buy one. I didn't go buy one, but I did play with it, and it is very superior to an iPod. Apple products, I just don't like. I don't like Apple as a company. I just don't. Even everything from their smarmy-ass commercials all the way down to just the way Steve Jobs conducts himself just bothers me. Just aggravates me.
Steve Jobs. Sorry for all you Apple fans out there.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. Go sell your Apple stuff and get a Zune. Quit being a tool.
Oh no. I'm just sorry that they're Apple fans.
We see exactly. So we're sorry, but admitting you have a problem is the first step to recovery. So, Remix taking down the gas that was stolen here by Meradox taking down the gas that was stolen by Remix. Remix has gotten the hatch up first with the spawning pool right behind the larvae popping the extractor up as well. He's only got one guy in gas now. And I'm not going to tell him to put him in gas because that's actually pretty standard stuff. He's already got the metabolic boost about 3/4 of the way done. Pylon on the way right below the natural expansion here of Remix, though. So Meradox looking to toss on some pressure. If we look, he's got 1 gateway, 2 gateways, 4 gateways, so 4 gateway action here on Shakura's Plateau. But you know what? I'm not the biggest fan of that, man. 4-gating a Zerg is such hit and miss. It really is. When I played Protoss, every time I 4-gated a Zerg player, unless it was just obvious that they made a big mistake, every time I did it, it felt like a coin toss. Because you don't know, after that hatch pops, what are they going to do? Are they going to make 18-speed Zerglings to try and defend? Because 18-speed Zerglings does a hell of a lot of damage to the Stalker count of a 4-gate. Or are they going to, try to get up a Roach Warren? If they try to get up a Roach Warren and don't throw down Spines, which Remix has not, then you can wind up in a very strong position. It looks like, actually, Meradox may just go win right now. I hate to put it that way, but I think he is just going to probably go win.
Yep, that's probably something he can do right there because there's hardly anything back at the base. 1 queen and a handful of Zerglings. So.
Right. Well, right now it's all going to come down to Meradox. If Meradox can get in and target down the Zerglings as they come out in packs, he cannot afford to allow them to get us around. 1 Zealot, not going to be nearly enough. He needs to get a higher Zealot count to deal with this. But yeah, he's going to be fine now. If he takes his queen down and now shoots the Overlords, great play here by Meradox. Going to supply block his opponent in 3, 2, and 1, and nothing in production. That's GG. Nothing, literally nothing right now that Meradox, the Remix can do. He can't even make an Overlord. Well, he could. He's got 1,400 minerals in the bank, but, he'd have to make an Overlord. Yep, there it is, ... The ellipsis from Remix, which does not function as a GG. There it is, the GG from Remix. So Remix goes down to a quick second game, an 0-2 deficit here in the IG Beta Divisional number 9, brought to you by itsgosu.com.
Wow, that was just a great little quickie match there coming out of that matchup. That's going to put 2-0 Meradox in his best-of-5 series. So looking to see what map Remix is going to pick this time coming out. If he's going to pick something a little smaller, maybe Zelnaga Caverns, or if he's going to pick another large map, something like Tal'Darim. It's all going to be in some sort of strategy that he's got to have here. He's going to need some more space while he ponders this. But while you're pondering everything, make sure you follow us on JustinTV/FirstTV.com.
Right.
Not just here, but on our brand new site that we're going to be picking up. It's Gosu_SC2. Go over there, start hitting the like button on that. It does look like Remix is going to go for Zelnaga Caverns.
All right, so going to be heading to Zelnaga Caverns. The gentleman's agreement in place. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, guys. Special thanks, well, not thanks, but congratulations to Cloud Berserk, the winner of our Magic the Gathering cards this evening. Going to be giving out more packs throughout the week, and if you're into the Magic the Gathering, man, you need to tune in on Saturday the 25th. We're going to be giving out a ton a ton of Magic cards on that day. We're talking more than a dozen packs, I would say. We haven't gotten the confirmation from the man behind the scenes, but I'd say it's going to be up around that figure. All this action, by the way, brought to you by our sponsors, SteelSeries Cyberground, Max Integration, and Sanya Mabushi Jujutsu in combination, Goju Ryu School of Self-Defense, that you can find at sanyamabushi-goju.com. So, yeah, we got to get you guys signed up over at the new stream. Head on over there to justin.tv/itsgosu_SC2. Go ahead and hit follow. And we haven't confirmed a date of when we're going to switch over officially. We may do that this Saturday, or we may wait until the beginning of July. But pretty much this channel that you're listening to us on now is going to become defunct, or at best we may just use it for junk stuff, like if Red Mage and I want to stream us getting raffle stomped and 2v2s or something like that. We may use this just for funsies, but all of our big events and, of course, our world-class players, now part of Team Gosu, are going to be streaming one Gatored, one Kai Hall, or excuse me, formerly one Gatored, one Kai Hall, one Zerker and all that. Now, Gosu Gatored, Gosu Kai Hall, Gosu Namcheer, Gosu Rum Cake, Gosu Fire Flash, who, by the way, Brandon Ferris, great guy, put together all of these great graphics for us, so he's really brought a lot to IG in that respect. Nothing but love to Brandon. And yeah, tons of stuff, man, tons of stuff. Things going well here at IG.
Oh yeah, having a whole lot of fun, with the new Gosu team there. I know I was seeing Gosu Rum, formerly Rum Cake, hanging out in the chat. I kind of like the Gosu Rum. It's
yeah, I like it.
That's
too.
like the drink of Gosu. So a very good choice on Rum Cake's part to go to Gosu Rum. So looking forward to seeing everybody sport the Gosu tag coming up, and seeing everybody at MLG Anaheim. That is going to be so freaking cool.
Oh yeah. And
I can't wait.
Make sure, everybody, by the way, if you can't make it out to Anaheim, we want you to get there. And by the way, we're not going to be at Anaheim, neither myself, Red Mage, nor Mr. Mini-Me. Instead, we're opting to send as many players as we can to give our players as much of a chance as possible to really strut their stuff on the biggest stage in North America. But it doesn't matter. We'll have, our guys will have their T-shirts on. They'll be sporting the It's Gosu gear with all of our sponsors and all that fun stuff. So if you see them at MLG Anaheim, just walk up and say, hey, by the way, I hang out in the stream with AC and Red Mage, and they told me I could come say hi. They will take care of you. Some of the most polite guys in esports are now involved with It's Gosu, and really one Rum is the team manager, not just for our StarCraft 2 team. He's actually managing all of our teams that we're looking to expand into, definitely handling the StarCraft 2 and League of Legends team right now. And Rum is just an amazing guy, just a top-notch guy. Same thing with Brandon Ferris with One Fire Flash. If you see either of those guys, definitely go up and give them a big hug, because we could not make what we want to make happen without the help of amazingly talented players and managers like that. So big less than 3 to those two gentlemen. Anyway, what could be the final game of our IG Beta Divisional number 9 finals. Remix down 0-2, spawning in the bottom left in the yellow trunks, and up at the top right, Meradox, our red Protoss hero, leading 2-0 at the top right now. I got to admit, man, I'm a little surprised Remix would choose this map, Zelnaga Caverns, especially given that Meradox has already shown that he will just go win with a 4-gate. This map, in my opinion, is the most 4-gate friendly map in all matchups. PvP, PvT, PvZ, doesn't matter. This map is so easy to 4-gate on. It's not tremendously huge. There are a lot of cute little places you can hide a pylon. There are tons of places. You've got this gigantic upper tier of your main base where you could even sneak a probe in to plant a pylon. And, we already see the probe down here from Meradox going to try and block an expansion. So if he can delay this expansion, he can just translate it immediately to a 4-gate and probably just secure a 3rd win right out.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right about that. And we see the pool going down. No hatch, no quick expand or anything out of there. He could be trying to go for some sort of, all-out play. Looks like he's going for the queen. All right, and he's going to move the queen down there.
Yep, he's going for one base roach play.
Yep, that's what it looks like. But yeah, that queen. I don't know why he's going to bother trying to move the queen down there. It's going to take her 20, 30 years to get down there off the creep. And now that one drone had an opportunity. If he was going to throw down a expansion,
I think this is faking it. I don't think Remix intends to expand here. He had a chance to expand if he wanted to, and I don't think he ever intended to build an expansion. Maybe he did. I mean, his mineral count's pretty high at the moment. But he had a beautifully large gap there where he could have very easily thrown down an expansion when the probe ran by and was looking to poke up the ramp. So I don't know. Maybe he was faking it. Maybe he was just a little slow on the draw getting it down. But either way, Remix up on 1 queen with the Roach Warren up immediately following the spawning pool. And I don't know. Again, I'm a little baffled here. And yes, this is our Bronze and Silver League players, but just because their mechanics aren't the best and maybe their build orders are a little out of sorts doesn't mean that they don't have a thought process. And I'm sure he's got something in mind. I'm just not sure exactly what he had in mind.
Yeah, he's definitely got something.
Now he's going to expand.
Upsleep, there's the expansion. Yeah, there you go. Warp Gate is being researched. It's about halfway done now.
Right.
For Maradox. I don't see him putting any sort of funky pylons anywhere.
Right.
But Remix being very, very smart, putting up that Overlord there in that little nook and cranny. Make sure there is nothing, no sort of shenanigans immediately in his base, because nothing slaps you in the face worse than seeing zealots and stalkers walk out of your own base, Shadow, and come and wallop you. So,
right.
And now we're going to see the expansion there going in by Maradox. Taking full advantage of the fact that his opponent will not be putting on any immediate pressure.
Well, 4 Zerglings going to poke their little noses in. We see the wings pop out on him almost immediately. Going to try and run up the ramp. Going to see, nope, Zealot's in the way, but he is going to spot the expansion, pick off a free probe here, which is always a win for everybody. And wow, now the Zealot's going to have to move down, and oh, he's pulled the sentries and the Zealot down. Maybe he might be able to run by. Oh, come on, Remix, you're down 0-2. Nah, he shouldn't have run up the ramp. Anyway, Maradox still going to get his Nexus up without too much muss or fuss. 2 more gateways being tacked on now by Maradox. And it looks like, I would imagine, he'll probably throw down a robotics facility. Maradox has seemed to favor robotics facility plays off of 2 bases quite heavily. And in the meantime, Remix's second hatch has popped, and he's going to be getting his Queenie Wadlearner big ass on down to try and plant that nasty, disgusting creep tumor while probably transferring drones, one would think. And I'm a little surprised. He got this Roach Warren right off the gate, right out the gate, right off the bat. I mean, super duper early, and he's yet to make a Roach. He has done nothing with it.
Yeah, has yet to make a single Roach. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Like, it kind of baffles the mind why he hasn't done anything with it. And now he's moving that spine crawler really far into that choke point there. Way far away from the natural. I hope he's planning on getting another one up into the other choke, because that's kind of in a weird place. I kind of don't know what Remix is shooting for here. If he's trying to goat everybody into that one side or what, but that could get complicated later on.
well, here's the problem, and I don't even know if he's thought about it. Okay, now he's going to move it. Good for him. But with it, you see the big hole where it was. Let's say stalkers walk down this path, okay, and they start engaging right here. The Zerglings would have to flank all the way around and behind to try and get us around. And the stalker is going to be walled off on this side and this side by that hole and by that wall, respectively. So, but anyway, not worth talking about. He moved it. 3rd hatch going down now. Hallucination being researched by Maradox. And yeah, let's throw out the picnic blanket and see if we can keep the bees out of the beer, because it looks like we're going to be sitting here for a while, my friend.
That's exactly what it looks like. I'm just going to go ahead and lay back in the lazy hammock, and I'm going to use my Snuggie for today, because I think this is going to get awful cool and comfortable. Not a whole lot going on. A ton of sentries just gaining energy right now. I don't know if he's going to be pulling in that entire army of sentries all at once, or if he's going to leave a couple behind to continue to store energy. But yeah, definitely hallucinating some more Phoenixes there, trying to get some free scouting in. Checking down to that sunken 3rd. He is going to spot that expansion, checking the gold, and of course going up into that upper left-hand corner. So he's doing a very good job at monitoring what exactly is going on along the board there for Remix. So he's going to see there's nothing in the gold. He's going to see that there's not a whole lot at the main or at the natural there. Just a couple of roaches and Zerglings trying to take down those rocks to get a good trade. But yeah, this is a perfect opportunity for him just to continue to warp in some units and move out, put a whole lot of pressure on Zerg. Yeah,
Remix is floating 1,500 minerals right now. I mean,
wow.
He's 30 supply behind, and if we go to the income tab, we can see he's even behind in workers. So, yeah, Maradox could just kind of go win again. I hate to put it that way. Don't mean to sound insulting, but yeah, Maradox could kind of just go win right now.
Yeah, not a whole lot going on, and we see that Phoenix coming back again for another pass going into the main. Going to be able to spot a Spire coming in. That's going to be a good thing to spot. We see that Dark Shrine coming in, as well as Blink being researched there by Maradox. So
much tech for no good reason. Go win.
Yes.
Go win. Just walk across the map, build 3 more gateways. Open your gateway. Come on, Maradox. Open it up.
Open them up. It's the one stubborn one that just, I don't want to be like the rest of you. It's like the, if you ever watch South Park.
Gateway. It's a hipster gateway.
It's the goth kids. There you go.
Right.
You guys got to open it. The goth kids from South Park.
Yeah, so used to the goth kids now. You know what just happened? He finally got laid and realized that clothing matters. So, anyway, the Stalker count continuing to grow here for Maradox, up to, looks like 15 of them. Good number of sentries with a good number of force fields. Wow. Looks like 11 sentries with almost full energy for all of them. Or full energy for most of them, and only 1 or 2 that are very close to full energy. So again, back at the home of the old remix, tacking on the Mutalisk now. And before these Mutalisks and these Roaches popped, he had nothing. Maradox has really let an opportunity slip by now, where he could have literally just gone to win. But Remix is going to have to control these just right. The Stalker count is so very high here for Maradox that if he blinks one time and the blink has completed, he's going to be able to blink underneath and deal with this quite easily. But doesn't matter. They're way out of position. Here come the Mutalisks, going to go to work on the probes. The probes not being moved, just literally continuing to work despite their brothers and sisters losing their lives. You did see the Dark Shrine, so he's aware DT play is going to be part of what seems to be Maradox's game plan. There's a preemptive blink. Didn't really need to do that. Instead, he's not even going to be able to take one down. Going to fly immediately now down to the natural. Now that's a good blink to try and get in position and chase these away. Takes down 2 Mutalisks before they can do a ton of damage to the probes. Now I think Remix is pushing his luck a little bit. There we go. There's another blink. And nope, gonna get away. So somewhat decent harassment here by Remix. Especially, I like this. Turning around. Oh no, there's the blink I was worried about. Yeah, gonna lose 2, 3, 4. Most of those Mutalisks, and those are so expensive. You can't just throw them away that way. But back at home, Remix still has very little. He has a handful of Zerglings and a handful of Roaches. And again, I'm just kind of baffled. Why it's like if Maradox scouted right now, he'd have to just know that he can go win.
Oh yeah. If you just sent a little, I don't think he has an observer on the board or anything. If you
he's
just
got
have
hallucination.
some sort of vision,
he's got hallucinations. So, and he was active with that for a little while, but looks like he just didn't respond to it. Double macro hatch.
Double macro hatch right there. Kudos, Remix. Throwing down the double macro hatch right there. Why have one when you can have 2? That's the ultimate government spending right there.
Exactly.
Just try to use up all those minerals that he had. This is going to benefit him a whole lot, especially once the engagement does start to happen, because Maradox is just outside of the sunken third, throws down the pylon there just above the ramp, and he's pushing his way past the gold. This could be a really great thing for Remix. If those 2 macro hatches pop, he'll be able to completely re-enlist that entire army almost instantaneously, because he is banking so many minerals for this kind of event. You know, it's going to be absolutely
small
absurd.
Counterattack here, and when I say small, I mean real small. Just about 6 Zerglings going to rush in and target down a Stalker. Now going to get in the way of the cannon fire. Are you kidding me, Maradox? It's 6 Zerglings, man. What are you doing? You've got 20-some Stalkers. Why are you walking back home to deal with 6 Zerglings? You could have A-moved the probes and been just fine. But Maradox, it's smelling the victory, I do believe. Not wanting to push his luck, being ultra super duper careful to the point where I hear Dark Templars doing something. Oh yeah, go in the town here on the 3rd. Just warp those in. And Remix having to pull all the way back. Now we're going to see the push at the front. Some force fields there. Pretty decent force fields by Maradox, keeping the Zerglings out in front. Now the Zergling count a little bit higher than it was, so it's really going to come down to control. All Maradox, though, has to do is just make sure that he doesn't get engaged on all sides. Trapping the Zerglings in, that's a lot of force fields for just a handful of Zerglings. Doesn't matter. I really don't think there's any chance Remix is going to do anything but lose here. The Mutalisk continuing to fire down, but doesn't matter. In such small numbers, it's completely irrelevant. There's the blink all the way ahead. Going to target down the remainder of the Remix's army here. There's some good force fields. I like that a lot. And he's going to be able to finish this off pretty easily here, Red Mage.
Oh, yeah, looks like he's going to get ready to lose one of his macro hatches right there as more and more units try to get that down. More Zerglings try to stream in while they can. And there's the rage quit there by Remix. Maradox winning 3-0 here in the finals of the IG Beta Divisional number 9 here, sponsored by itsgosu.com. I'm Red Mage JR. With me, as always, your pro commentator and my bromancer, AC.
Absolutely, man. It's been a ride as always. Been a pleasure as always here at the IG Beta Divisional. Our Bronze and Silver League tournament's always a blast. And guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us on the Justin TV stream, hanging out with us in the BattleNet chat. And of course, you know, if you hang out with us in BattleNet chat, you've got a pretty good chance of running into some pretty damn good players that we've just enlisted on our new StarCraft 2 team, running under the tag GOSU, Gosu, Gosu Kai Hall, Gosu Namchir, Gosu WBC, Gosu Linko, tons more that I just can't think the name. So just going to holler some guys out that have been hanging out with us all night. Let's say thanks and congratulations to Cloud Berserk, Anaminas, AES 1209, Devil Spawn, Deadly SC2 Live, Heart to You, brother, Karma Zaz, Legless Puppy, The Pup, Mardox, Mayor McCheese, wonderful name, Mumbles of Life, Paradox Zero, Remix 04, Cessia 16, Love You, Shake Master 52, and Thorfan, Tally, and all the rest. Thanks so much, guys. It's been a pleasure. I'm AC, that's Red Mage JR. Red Mage, my friend. We got more stuff coming up. We got a lot of stuff coming up in the history of the stream moving into July. And of course, guys, don't forget to pop on over. Don't forget to pop all the way over to the justin.tv/itsgosu_SC2. That's going to be the location of our new stream as we gradually move things over. We're still going to be sticking with this stream for at least a little bit longer. But yeah, we'll be moving over there and probably operating largely under the Twitch TV name as well. So definitely head on over there, and I'm going to link it in the stream as soon as the event's done, by the way. And go ahead and hit follow. That way you don't miss out on any IG action.
Oh yeah, always pretty cool there, and we can't wait to continue to use that new stream up there. I put the link in there for everybody right there to the Twitch TV. It's Gosu_SC2. So great. Can't wait to start using that. So thank you all very, very much again, and we can't wait to see everybody tomorrow for the Alpha Divisional tournament, and then again Wednesday for the Omega Divisional.
Absolutely, guys. One more time, going to pop up our sponsors, the guys that make this possible. SteelSeries, Cyberground, Max Integration, and Sanya Mabushi Jujutsu in combination, Goju Ryu School of Self-Defense. Our music credits for the evening, you're hearing Machina Supremacy right now. Awesome band. Check them out online. And, of course, Ronald Jinkies. Head to ronaldjinkies.com and buy his album, Disorganized Fun. The opening ditty that we always have for our opening music, Battle by Halotopic. Find that at halotopic.newgrounds.com. And the calendar. Again, we're heading towards the end of June, man. We only got so much more going on. We got a ton of stuff going on all the time. And we're going to be releasing our brand new Summer Series calendar very, very soon. Till then, Red Mage, you ready to get the hell out of here, man?
I'm ready for it to be done, and let's go play some League of Legends, my friends.
Absolutely.
Let's have some fun.
All right, thanks so much, guys. Have a good night.
Good night.